Hello and konnichiwa, I'm Tomoko, your Japanese food ambassador. Today let's talk about Japanese tea. No, not matcha, but steeping kind. Every time I order green tea at the restaurants in the States, it has been a disappointment. It's either just warm water with slight green hue, or brewed too long with too hot water and tastes bitter. Green tea is something we Japanese people drink daily, and it can be really delicious. In this episode, you'll learn how to brew the perfect cup of green tea with just a few minor adjustments of what you're already doing. First, what is Japanese green tea? There are a variety of Japanese teas, but they all come from the same tea plant called Camellia sinensis. Try saying that 3 times fast. Camellia sinensis, Camellia sinensis, Camellia sinensis. What makes Japanese tea stand out is the process of steaming the tea leaves as the first step. Steaming is the magic that stops oxidation, preserving all the minerals, keeping the green tea green. No other type of tea is made this way, which accounts for the Japanese green tea. This technique was discovered by the oldest Japanese tea company in Japan, Yamamoto Yama. There's no better person to teach us about green tea than Nami Yamamoto, the CEO of Yamamoto Yama USA, the 11th generation of the family tea business.
Welcome to my tea kitchen. I am Nami Yamamoto, CEO of Yamamoto Yama USA. My family is a pioneer of Shincha green tea and has owned the business since 1690, which is 330 years ago. Today, I'm really excited to share with you how to brew a perfect cup of green tea.
So Nami-san, so your family has been in tea business for generations. Could you tell us what makes Japanese tea unique?
Sure. So we have a variety of tea here. They are all coming from the same tea plant called Camellia sinensis. So what makes a difference between the varieties of green teas? Well, they just use a different manufacturing process. They utilize a different part of the tea plant. So before I get into each characteristics of each tea, let me explain what makes Japanese green tea so unique. Steaming process is a magic to Japanese green tea and just makes us so unique. This steaming process stops oxidation, preserves all mineral, and keeps green tea just so green. My family discovered this magic process 330 years ago, and this new way of drinking tea became a common green tea called Shincha. Now we know what is so special about Japanese green tea. Let's get into each tea variety. Hojicha is great for coffee lovers who want to experience tea for the first time. It has a bold yet lucid, smooth taste. It's often enjoyed at the end of the meal, especially at a sushi bar. It's made out of mature tea leaves and stems, and then roasted as a finishing process. Genmaicha is made out of mature tea leaves mixed with toasted rice. This warm, nutty flavor from the rice is very relaxing and changes your mood. Shincha is the most well-known green tea in Japan, and it has the best green fresh aroma and refreshing yet earthy flavor. Shincha is made out of younger tea leaves. Gyokuro is the ultimate destination for you. Super premium tea leaves. The most complex yet fun flavor with the best balance of umami and the sweet. I recommend brewing Shincha and Gyokuro when you can devote time. It requires your attention to brew, but the reward is amazing. Shincha is a family of Shincha green tea. Baby green tea that requires attention to enjoy. They only come once a year in spring, and it is a celebration of joy and new crop. It has the finest aroma and taste, and the color is so green that makes you happy just looking at it. Let's brew Shincha green tea. You will need your favorite green tea, a teaspoon, teacups, a teapot, and filtered water. It's always best to have electric kettle or thermometer. The temperature is crucial for Japanese green tea. I recommend 170 degrees for Japanese green tea today. And I also recommend to use 1 teaspoon of tea leaves for every 4 ounces. It's always better to know how many ounces you're getting out of your teapot. If you're not sure, you can always get your measuring cup from the kitchen, pour the hot water, and wait until it becomes the desired temperature. Today I'm only brewing 4 ounces, so 1 teaspoon, and pour the water, and wait for 1 to 3 minutes depending on your preference.
When you pour tea, you made like a rocking motion. I never seen that. Why did you do that?
So you want to make sure that the tea is massaged nicely in the teapot and distribute evenly into the cups. So when you do rocking motion like this, the tea goes back and forth and massage the tea leaves and distribute the tea nicely and evenly. Let's brew Hojicha green tea. You will need your favorite Hojicha, a teaspoon, a teacup, a teapot, and a filtered water. For Hojicha, it's totally okay to use a boiling hot water, and I recommend to use 1 teaspoon for every 3 ounces. So today I'm using a modern teapot like this, and it's available anywhere online, and I'm brewing about 9 ounces, so 3 teaspoons, and pour the hot water all the way to the half. And let it sit for maybe 1 minute, depending on the preference. I think 1 minute is good. Easy tip to remember: the more premium the tea, the more attention to brewing, the richer the taste. Hojicha and Genmaicha are like adults who don't need much attention. Shincha and Gyokuro can be like a child that requires more attention from you. Let's talk about the teapot while waiting for a delicious tea. I always recommend a teapot with built-in mesh. This way, the tea brews freely in hot water and the leaves are filtered out when you serve it into the cup.
With just a little TLC, you can brew the perfect cup of green tea. Because delicate teas like gyokuro and shincha contain more umami, it's better to brew them with lower temperature warm water. The steeping time is to your preference, but if you want to keep flavor really pure, always pour out the last drop of your teapot so that your next batch won't have any reminiscence of the previous one. Experiment with a variety of temperature and steeping times until you find your perfect cup. Thanks and arigato for watching. Until next time, ではまた。